Hello everybody and welcome back. You are joining us as we continue our journey playing All Quiet in the Trenches. This is a game in early access, came out recently at the beginning of 2024, and it's a story-based game following trench warfare during World War One. Very much enjoying this game. I did play the demo during Next Fest, and I am very much looking forward to following this game's journey as we go forward. Now, without any further ado, a quick recap. We left off last time. We've just had a little bit of an introduction and had a little bit of a look at the trench system, what can go on over there. We are now back in camp, and we are starting to look at the things that can go on here. I've done all of the initial conversations. I've gotten a few missions. We have one guy in the field hospital. I've left two guys to set up camp while morale is low. And one guy is going to get me extra field rations. We have also set the current troops rations to double. Go ahead and get to tomorrow. Oh, a couple of days, in fact. Set up camp, Herr Unterofficer. Oh, never mind. Male, one of my men, had made no secret of his previous work as a master brewer since he joined our troop. Which one's male? Okay. I think he's the one in hospital. He often seemed to be thinking about his family and their brewery at home. He told everyone, whether they wanted to hear it or not, about his plans after the war. It seemed to be my turn today, and he had been chattering away for a while. I let him talk. It probably helped him and took his mind off things. No harm in holding on to the hope that he would soon be able to return to his normal life, I thought to myself. Then some of his comrades joined the conversation. I took my leave and returned to my own tasks. Wednesday, March 17th. When I saw the soldier Alfred Lutz at camp, he was almost inspecting his assigned rifle with great interest. Almost as if he was memorizing the design. Lutz is one of mine. Yep, I thought so. Remind me about him. Fairly tolerant, very pragmatic, fairly unpatriotic, fairly courageous, fairly sociable, fairly outspoken. He is getting double ration. He is, however, still exhausted. I make a good-natured joke. He is fairly sociable. Never seen a rifle before? Where was it you went to basic training? In Gunlessville, he quipped back immediately. Well then, go ahead and familiarize yourself with your weapon. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. I was about to move on when he said, Do you also think that the war will be over soon? I faltered. Are you in a hurry? I was actually planning something else when the war broke out. Then he quickly added, Besides, I have 4 children. I want to go back to them, of course. But that seemed more of a distraction. Do you think it would be much longer before I can do that? I'm going to go, he's a very pragmatic man. I'm going to hope he likes the truth. Lotz looked surprised and discouraged for a moment, but then added, I see. Thank you for your candor. With a heavy sigh, he added, Even though I hope you were wrong. With these words, he turned back to his rifle, and the conversation came to an end. Okay, we've got double rations. All of these... this guy changed the type. Oh! Changed relations to favorable from respectful. Good recovery removed. Likely wounded removed. Changed to very compassionate. That would be hence, I believe. Changed relation to neutral from contemptuous. Ooh, good. And a good mood was added. Okay. Okay, I can live with that. And we've got another guy. We've got Cone. Hey, Cone. Or Con. Wolfgang Con, my name. I was assigned to your group. It is an honor to serve under your command. What are your orders? Very tolerant, very by the book, very patriotic, very courageous, very compassionate, fairly diplomatic. Love it. He's physically fit and optimistic. He's fairly by the book, so I'm not going to go into personal issues. I'm not going to grant a reward or impose a punishment because he's done nothing wrong. We've got 4 guys setting up camp. As you can see, still not done with the 2 people that were doing it. A little bit tired. In fact, no, quite tired. Quite tired. Morale has gone up, though. That's good to see. Extremely tired, so you can keep setting at camp anyway. And highly motivated. Well, let's... Headquarters wants me for something. These villagers are suspect. I keep hearing stories of attacks by Frank's tiers on our comrades along the front. Organize some patrols through the village, Herr Unterofficer. Show the French who's in control here, so they won't get any foolish ideas. Okay. That's a patrol the village. Someone wants to talk to me. Bonjour, monsieur. Are you the Herr Unterofficer whose people pitch their tents right here at the camp entrance? My name is Marianne Laroche. I am one of the village elders in our community. Since I can speak German, I try my best to mediate between the residents of the village and the soldiers here in the camp. Okay, no, next turn, so... Right, patrol the village. I'm going to send you because you're nowhere near as tired as anybody else. And everyone else is rather tired. We're going to send you because you're also very pragmatic. And you're also very compassionate. So... The villagers will disapprove. Delay will have consequences. How can I help you? Okay, no, so... There's nothing from her. Let's go back inside. Let's go... I think I'm going to leave it as is. Keep 2 people setting up camp. We need to get him back from the field hospital. Of course, we have to go out on patrol. And I'm going to try and see if there's any extra tasks we can do. Well, hey, camp is set up. Love it. He changed tied. Oh, a new guy. I think that's a new guy. Change relationship to respectful. Change to very good recovery. Change to lightly wounded. Good weather, good weather, good weather added. Double rations added. We're loving a bit of weather. 4 more. Change to strained. Good. Change to respectful. And sunny has been added. Change to excellent mood. It's weird. The bar's really low, but it's excellent mood. I'm very confused. Linnick. Who's Linnick? Hey, Unterofficer, right? I am Peter. Peter Linnick. I'm supposed to report to you. You need something done, I'm happy to help. He is. Let's have a look. He's fairly tolerant, somewhat pragmatic, very sociable, and fairly courageous. Let's ask about a personal issue. Your origin. I'm from Augsburg. You probably know it, don't you? A big city in the Kingdom of Bavaria. We live there together in a small workers' flat. Augsburg is a city full of workers. Until a few years ago, we still had many textile factories. In recent years, however, the workers seem to be switching more and more to brick production. You can see a lot of misery on the streets of Augsburg at the moment. The workers from the factories have never had much, but now it's getting worse. I don't know what else to say about this at the moment. Your family, good sir. My sister Emma and I grew up with our older sister Marie and her husband Fritz. I am very grateful to Marie and Fritz for taking us in. We didn't have much, but we had each other. Fritz taught me the bricklaying trade, a good, honest profession, and at least slightly better pay than the work in the textile factory that my parents and sisters used to have to get by on, and also less dangerous. I'm glad that I didn't have to work in the textile factory myself as a child. It's really frightening to see, Herr Unterofficer, how our families at home are faring at the moment. At least we have food and warm clothes here, but there they'll soon lack everything. Okay. And, what do we have over here? We have Hunt. Herr Unterofficer, the latrine is filled to the brim. Someone should take care of that before it overflows. Okay. Mech, I've been released from the hospital here under officer. I'm still a bit bruised, but I feel a lot better already. The rest will surely heal soon. Nice, so I've got all my guys back. That's good. This job is very unpleasant, but it does apparently need doing. Someone wants to talk to me. Who's got what? Finally! It took you long enough, Herr Officer. The Major ordered the start of the offensive this morning. Unfortunately, we don't get a chance to win fame and honor just yet. We're in reserve for the time being. Make sure your men are ready to move out at all times. After all, we don't want to disappoint the Major once it's finally our turn. Okay, I'm actually going to... You good, sir? I'm going to offer help. The artillery is using a lot of ammunition these days. My people have already complained that they can hardly keep up. There's no harm in having more helpers to load the cart. I'll take as many as you can spare. Not a problem. That's unloading the cart. Oh, somebody wants to speak to me in the field. I should have maybe gone to this first. Do you have a minute? We need your help with something here in the hospital. Why do I feel like it's going to be burying the dead? Thank you for taking the time, Herr Officer. Sister Elizabeth seemed tense, even though the field hospital did not seem too crowded at the moment. Please follow me. She motioned and led me past the hospital towards a barren patch of land with a series of shallow ditches dug in line. Graves. I heard there's a new offensive coming. Elizabeth paused and turned towards me with dire seriousness in her eyes and pointed towards the graves. Well, we're going to need a lot more of those. Do you think you could spare some of your men to dig more of them? I'll see what I can do. But I can't promise anything. Thank you, Herr Unterofficer. That's all I ask. I know you're in a difficult position, and I don't mean to make it any harder on you. With those words, she turned away and hurried back to the field hospital. I'm not going to ask about current workload. I think we've got enough to do now. Well, someone still wants to talk to me, though. That's not good. With guard duty. Appoint 2 men to patrol the boundaries of our camp. Well, that's not good. Someone still wants to talk to me. The sight of armed soldiers in our village is always unsettling, but your soldier Con behaved very decently on his patrol. Please tell him I'm very grateful. Not a problem. Let's go back to the tent camp. Well, I tried to show the villagers that we are not their enemies. I don't know if it worked. With a rifle in hand, it's difficult to appear peaceful. Praise him. Madame Roche said that, you say. This gives me a little hope. Maybe we can live side by side peacefully and my efforts haven't been in vain. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much, Herr Unterofficer. Positive events added. Nice. Changed relation to favorable. Nice. Hide all. Right, latrine duty. Most people are very tired, and they're going to take this job. Home, you love me? I'm going to be sticking you on that, I'm afraid. It's depressing. It improves hospital occupancy. She would be grateful. Will fail if not done this turn. Will fail if not done this turn. Right, guard duty. It's a little bit tiring. Doesn't particularly matter who goes on it, so... hang on lots. Big graves. He's compassionate. Oh, he's also very compassionate. Those who can laugh among the dying unconcerned may have lost a burden. Maybe not just that. So is this a good thing for digging the graves or not? Does that mean he won't really get depressed because he doesn't care? And he'll get depressed more? Or will he be happier to do it because he's burying his comrades? I'm so confused as to which way around this is going to go. I don't know, but let's stick you on it because you're not as tired. Ah! And we've got one guy resting. Nope, you're going to go and unload some carts. Okay, next turn. Nobody rests, which means we're going to have a lot of tired soldiers in a minute. Sunday, April 11th. Madame Laroche, the speaker of the nearby French village, greeted me with a smile, but quickly cut to the chase of why she'd come to meet me. Your cannons have been thundering day and night, and the villagers are scared, she explained. Especially the younger children are suffering. It was only in that moment that it occurred to me that our artillery truly had been firing almost non-stop for some time now. Of course, the distant, if constant grumbling paled in comparison to the actual impacts we faced on the battlefield, and I had long learned to put the noise out of my mind. Or perhaps my hearing had just gotten that bad. Do you perhaps know how long this will continue? Madame Laroche asked carefully. Until the Major decides it's been enough. Let's not annoy her, but let's be elusive, because I don't want to give away military secrets by saying that, so... After all, we had to live with the noise just like they did, and no one bothered to notify us about these things. Madame Laroche frowned at my dismissive reply. Let's hope that time will come soon, she sighed before casting a sharp glance over in the direction of the battery and adding, for the sake of our husbands and sons on the other side as well. With that, she shed her brief goodbyes, turned, and walked away. Negative events added. Yeah, fair enough. Tide of war added. Yeah, okay. It looks like it affected him more. Negative events increased. Oh, we need some positive. Change to fair. Yes. Compassionate was not the one you want to send to their graves. Pub visit added. They want to go visit the pub. Hunt. There's a pub in the village, Herr Unterofficer. Mael and I would like to visit with your permission. Oh, and people want to go for a trip to the pub, which is a pleasant thing. What else have we got? Who else wants to speak to me? We still haven't been resupplied. Let's hope it won't take too long. See what I can do, but a word of warning that the Lieutenant doesn't like special requests. Help you there, Helton Officer. At the moment, I'm hard-pressed to find enough high-quality food to keep the officers happy. How about a bottle of wine? As usual, the wine ran out first. The officers are dissatisfied with me, because by now even the quality of their rations is suffering from the current supply bottlenecks. I have a suggestion how the both of us could help each other through a trade. Are you interested? You give me some of your canned meat and have a man move all of it. I'll give you bigger bread rations for your people in return. While this will make your rations more boring, you'll end up with significantly more daily rations than before. Sure. These higher officers can get surprisingly petty when they don't get what they want. Somebody else still wants to talk to me. Our supplies are running low. I would love to give the men more, but as long as the supply situation remains uncertain, I will only serve standard rations. And maybe we should think about giving even less so we may make our stocks last longer. No, maintain rations. Happy with that. Okay. That is everything. We should get more rations, because food supply will increase. The quartermaster will be grateful. That's one. We'll probably send a couple to the pub, and maybe we should have the rest. Rest. But good to see you, Herr Unterofficer. I hope your men are well. Current workload. Field officers are unusually calm, instead of rushing from emergency to emergency. Well, I'm not going to worry about offering assistance then, because I don't think it's needed. Village outskirts. Very kind of you, monsieur. With so many of our men in the army, we're always short of people working in the fields. Except... Might see if after I've done that I can ask for some food. Field work. It's very tiring. Its effects per assigned soldier, and she will be grateful. Okay. We got Tide of War added, negative events increased. Tired was removed, nice. Changed to tired, nice. Lightly wounded removed. Low supply stock added. No supply stock, but even if calculation not unlimited. Low food supplies. I will ask for some food once we have. He's fairly passionate. Right then. Trade some provisions. Hang on, who wants to go to the pub? These two. Let's stick them on first. That was him and him, I think. Yes. These two guys want to go to the pub. It is relaxing and pleasant. You are still tired, so that's good. You are still tired, that's also good. Negative events, lots of negative events, and negative events. Let's also send Con to the pub as well. Gone. Trade provisions. It is a negative event. Not good. I think everybody's have got negative events on them, haven't they? Yes, they have. Oh well. We'll just assign somebody who's tired. Ah, you've just come out of hospital. You can be assigned to that, and then field work. You're not tired. Unfortunately, you are. So let's put you on some field work, and let's leave it at that next turn. Sunday, April 11th. After my deal with the field intendant, Zielinski could only give out extremely small portions of meat. While the rations were being distributed, some of the men grumbled discontentedly about the situation. I explained the trade I made to them. Rather, they were less meat for us in exchange for more other rations that would nourish us longer. It took some time to calm them down, but eventually the men accepted my explanation. Some nodded in agreement, others seemed rather snivelling, but no one showed any resentment. Good. Good. They accepted it, but I understand. Lieutenant von Karsbrook had just finished one of his inspections of our camp and was on his way to the next troop when Hunt came up to me. He made sure that the lieutenant was no longer within earshot when he nudged me with his elbow and gave me a crooked grin. How can you stay so serious when he's around? I couldn't do that. Such a posh aristocrat with his detached ideas of how things should be. He began to imitate one of the lieutenant's speeches about the importance of preserving the shine of our uniform buttons, and then interrupted himself with an amused snort. I didn't say anything. Hunt continued to joke around for a moment, but soon realized that I wasn't the right person for it. He then apologized and left. Hunt looked neat and well-groomed, and yet I noticed right away that his appearance did not entirely comply with the regulations. Only when he came closer did I realize that he wore a blue forget-me-not in his buttonhole that had turned up the collar of his uniform jauntily. Oh, and had turned up the collar. His sleeves had also been skillfully and prominently rolled. You look fancy. Yes, I have a flair for aesthetics, he declared. When the war is over, I'll make films that capture the beauty of this world. Work on films. It was at this moment that Hunt really came to life. He talked about the budding film industry that was just beginning to flourish and how he had gained a foothold in it. At first, I only operated the projector in the cinema, but then the owner of the cinema, who also owns a film production company, started using me more and more for all kinds of work. He never stopped talking, and I listened attentively until we were interrupted. Who wants what? Don't be the lieutenant. Aha. One day, mail was supposed to receive an exceptionally large Leibesgabe today. This particular parcel contained a generic letter of encouragement and quite a few cans of food. Okay. This ought to make him happy. I'm going to let him decide what he wants to do with it. I assumed and was proven right in short order. He was virtually beaming with joy when he opened the package and brought its contents to light. In the following days, he generously shared the Liebesgabe with his fellow soldiers. Hunt was especially grateful and returned the favor by sharing his gifts from home with mail. Nice. My troops are sharing. I like it. Hunt came hurrying toward me, clearly upset and with a blood-stained uniform. Herr Unterofficer, have you seen the sorry state of the field hospital? He asked, visibly aghast. I just helped carry one of the wounded who couldn't make it on his own to the field hospital. The injured are everywhere and the beds are overflowing already. The nurses just told me to drop him off wherever. That they had no time to tend to him anyhow. I'd known, with the intense fighting of the last few days, that a lot of injured were passing through our camp. But to think that the state of the field hospital had already gotten so bad. Is there nothing to be done? The soldier pleaded with me. I will look into it. And try to temper his drive a bit. The last thing the people at the field hospital need right now is more chaos and disorganized helpers getting in their way. Hunt nodded and began nervously walking up and down the camp. I should probably talk to Elizabeth soon to see if we could help. So we got some positive events for the two of them. This guy got tired. Double rations were all removed. Yep. Changed relations to camaraderie. That's nice. Pub visit removed. Well rested added. Tired was removed. Changed to tired. What else have we got? Let's get rid of the two tired ones. Pub visit and double rations. Changed to well rested. Like it. Positive events increased. Tired of war removed. Love it. Hospital overburdened. Low food supplies removed. Even better. Nice. Okay, let's see who wants to speak to me and for what. Herr Unterofficer, your unit is tasked with guard duty. Appoint 2 men to patrol the boundaries of our camp. Okay. And that seems to be it for the moment. Okay. Let's go to the village outskirts. How can I help you, monsieur? No wait, I don't need food at this point. I'm not going to offer help just yet, because offering help and then not being able to give it doesn't work. And I've already lost 2 to guard duty. Nurse Elizabeth. Current workload. We're massively overburdened. So many lives lost because we just don't have the time and manpower. Let's offer assistance. Your men would be of great help, as many as you can spare. Okay. Wonderful, thank you. Send the men to me and I'll instruct them. It is depressing and it's unpleasant. However, it is exhausting. Right, let's... Again, I think the 2 compassionate guys who are both well rested. We'll try them. Again, hopefully them helping out. I mean, Hunt's the one that came to me, so hopefully them helping out can help. On guard duty, we'll send the guy who's not tired and the guy who's only a little bit tired. And then maybe leave the other 2 to rest. Let me think. If I help the villagers, that is very tiring work. I think offering to help the quartermaster is tiring work. How about ask for more work? Order some of your men to help dig trenches. I'll take passive note. The more you can spare, the better. Okay, that is very tiring, however. Very distant, bit by the book, very courageous. And then the other guy, Lot, is fairly courageous, unpatriotic. I'm just going to assign the one of them, to be honest. We'll have one guy resting. Delivery should have been here a while ago. Unfortunately, you don't know how long it'll be take to get us. Alright. Let's leave. Let's keep at least one guy resting. Excellent mood. Let's keep things moving forward. Tuesday, April 27th. Every time I saw Meng, I almost didn't trust my own eyes. I could not help but wonder if that boy was old enough to be drafted. He was short, his shoulders narrow, and there was not a hint of peach fuzz on his cheeks, let alone a beard. I felt the impulse to look out for him. He would have to keep up. Surely the young man would have his own uses. Yes, I think he would. I acknowledged him with a nod. Good to have you with us, I told him with a smile. But Menk seemed to have noticed my initial doubts. I know I don't exactly have the stature of an ancient gladiator, but this isn't ancient Rome, is it? He asked and grinned cheekily. Meanwhile, he swiftly opened the internal magazine of his rifle with a soft click and checked the mechanical functionality of the weapon, presumably to underline his argument. You've got your wits. You're absolutely right. I agreed with conviction. We're in an industrialized war, and with men like you, we will win it. Menk nodded, proud and even with a hint of relief, before quickly scampering away. Okay, how did we do? Good weather has been removed, that's a shame. He changed down to tired, that's good. He went from respectful to neutral. Interesting. Positive events, because I helped him, allowed him to help. Positive events have been added. Hospital overburdened was removed, and that is everything. So, let's speak to the people that need to speak to me. Get back here, you. Hunt. Herr Officer, the latrine is filled. Oh. Again. Doesn't anybody else? May just finally given the marching orders. We're going to battle soon. About time. Hope you kept your people ready as ordered. I expect you and your men to give it your all in the field, Herr Officer. This is your chance, our chance, to chase the French out of their trenches once and for all. We're not going to ask him for any more work. Next shipment. Okay, he's probably not going to have anything because he hasn't had a shipment yet. Let's go to the field hospital. My favourite Officer, how can I help you? There's a lot to do, but we're used to that. I wish I had more time for some patience, but at least we're usually able to react to emergencies fast enough. Would already be of great help, Officer. I accept. Leave. Okay, so I have to annoy somebody. Hang on, assist in the hospital. Let's put you two guys back there. And then I'm sorry, mate, but you're the only rested person. Oh, wow. You are going to be in a very bad mood, aren't you? And you three guys can rest up. Let us go. It looks like we're going to be going to an engagement anytime soon. We were preparing for the imminent operation a few days from now. The mood was tense enough, but it seemed to weigh particularly hard on Mayo. When he had heard of our upcoming deployment, he turned pale, and the fear had not left his eyes since. Is everything all right? I think he likes me. Yes, he is comradely. Perhaps there was some way to help him handle the situation. He looked up and sighed deeply. To be honest, no, Herr and Officer. The thought of going to battle and possibly never return. He gulped his lower gaze. I nodded. Every soldier knew this fear. Together we'll come through this. What is he? He's somewhat cautious, very pragmatic, somewhat patriotic, very sociable. Just do your duty as a German soldier. He is somewhat patriotic, so I think I can get this one. Don't let fear get the better of you. The soldier gave me a strict salute. The Vaterland can count on me, he promised me fervently. The thought alone seemed to offer him some comfort, and with a content nod, I went on my way. Oh. Men, tomorrow we march to battle, announced Lieutenant von Karsbrook. He had summoned all his subordinate officers to discuss the upcoming operation. Their fear of what might come was clearly palpable, but most of them did their best to cover it up with their heads high and chest puffed out puffed up with pride. The goal of our mission is to conquer and hold the next trench line, the lieutenant explained the plan. So far, there was no difference to most attack plans. But we have an ace up our sleeve. Our artillery is in position, just waiting to cut off reinforcements from the enemy. I expect you to use this advantage aggressively and decisively. Do not disappoint me. At your command, Lieutenant, the officers around me expressed with varying degrees of enthusiasm. At your command. The lieutenant nodded, satisfied, saluted, and dismissed us. To the trenches! Continue. Negative events decreased. Negative events increased. Negative events decreased, that's good. Positive events increased. These two also became well rested. Ooh, no food supplies added. That's, not good. Yo, you got any food? How can I help you? Apparently you can't. I guess I can't do anything because I'm about to go to battle. No. Oh, well, that's not a good time to have low food supplies added. Wow. Well. Let's go to the next level, and I'm hoping that auto-saves. Click to continue. Back to the trenches. Game saved. There you have it, folks. And with that game saving there, we are going to call that the episode. We have recovered as best we can. We've kept situations under control. We have tried to increase the happiness of my people in general. And now it is time to take back those trenches. I assume this is the creek we retreated over. And we're now going to charge back over it and I assume take our trenches back. But I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out. We will, however, find out next episode. And so until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you are enjoying this story-based game set in the trenches of World War I. I know I most certainly am, and I'm very much looking forward to continue to play it. Now, as well, at this stage, I would just like to say, this is now completely unseen game or campaign for myself, as this is where the demo on Next Fest last November, I think it was last November, ended. And so I have not seen past this point. And so with that, at least I think this is where the demo ended, if I remember correctly. So with that, we will come back, we will be going into brand new gameplay, and we will be attacking, which is something I've not done on this game, so that should be very interesting. It will not just be retreat, retreat, retreat. There will in fact be some advancing. And so with that, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you are enjoying this game so far, and I hope to catch you again next time. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy.